So, what is the process for sponsoring your parents or siblings for immigration? Welcome to U.S. Immigration Simplified. I'm immigration and business attorney Ronald Lee. Sponsoring parents or siblings to immigrate to U.S. involves filing petitions under the family-based immigration category. The process varies depending on whether you are sponsoring your parents or siblings and your immigration status. In terms of sponsoring your parents for immigration, you must be a U.S. citizen and at least 21 years old to sponsor your parents. Parents of lawful permanent residents or green card holders cannot be sponsored. What are the steps to sponsoring your parents? First, you file Form I-130, Petition for Alien Relative, and the purpose is to establish your relationship with your parents. What are some documents to include in this petition? Your proof of U.S. citizenship, whether it be your birth certificate, naturalization certificate, or U.S. passport. Your parents' birth certificate, proof of relationship. For your father, include your birth certificate and your parents' marriage certificate if applicable. For step-parents, include marriage certificate showing the step-parent relationship began before you turned 18, your parents' passport, and other identity documents. Next is you have to file Form I-864, Affidavit of Support. Once a petition is approved, you must demonstrate you can financially support your parents by filing Form I-864. The documents to include tax returns, pay stubs, and bank statements. If you must go through the consular processing procedure, if your parents are outside the U.S., an approved I-130 petition is sent to the National Visa Center. Your parents will attend an interview at the U.S. Embassy or consulate in their home country. If it's an adjustment of status, if your parents are in the U.S., if your parents is already in the U.S. legally, they can file Form I-485, application to register permanent residence, along with the I-130 petition. In terms of processing time, it usually takes about 8 to 12 months for the entire process. In terms of sponsoring your siblings for immigration, you must be a U.S. citizen and at least 21 years old to sponsor siblings. Lawful permanent residents cannot sponsor siblings. And here are the steps. File Form I-130, Petition for Alien Relative. Again, the purpose is to establish a relationship with your sibling. Documents to include your proof of U.S. citizenship, again, your birth certificate, naturalization certificate, or U.S. passport. Your birth certificate and your sibling's birth certificate showing at least one common parent. For half-siblings, include additional document to prove the relationship. For step-siblings, include marriage certificates and evidence showing the step-parent relationship began before you or your sibling turned 18. Number 2 is wait for your visa availability. Siblings fall under the Family Preference F4 category, which is subject to visa caps. Check the visa bulletin monthly to track your priority date and visa availability. Waiting times can range from 10 to 20 years depending on your sibling's country of origin. Consular processing or adjustment of status. Once a visa number becomes available, if your sibling is outside the U.S., they will complete the process through a U.S. embassy or consulate. If your sibling is legally in the U.S., they may adjust their status by filing Form I-485. And again, this also includes Form I-864, Affidavit of Support. You must show financial ability to support your sibling and their family members.